What's up, guys? Chris here, back again with another video for you guys today. In tonight's video, it's just going to be a normal market watch, but there's some pretty important stuff regarding the FIFA market that we have to talk about in regards to what we saw today on the market, what we might see tomorrow, and some new price range updates that you guys probably want to hear about. You guys might have some of these cards, and we're going to talk about that in tonight's video. So before we get into it, if you guys can just drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So let's, first talk about what we saw in the market today. A lot of people saw the market drop in the morning. I woke up, a lot of messages on my phone, people losing coins, traders, casual players, guys that usually ask questions. Everybody kind of lost coins overnight, and a lot of people were expecting to see overnight rises, and instead we actually saw the market drop today. And there's a few different reasons why we saw that. Number one, we saw it because of division rivals rewards. Pack supply this year is no joke, guys. Okay, and anytime we see some insane pack supply, look out, because the market is going to be taking a downturn 100%. I remember last year playing around with supply a little bit. It was not fun to trade in. I think we're heading towards a similar path this year. On top of that, we have preview packs that came out at 6 p.m. today. Once again, obviously they refreshed 24 hours. And there was panic going into that, of course, and maybe that is the reason why some people were selling. We also had the anticipation of marquee matchup supply, and we did get that. But the supply wasn't that crazy. I think we got a small prime mixed players pack, which is 3 rares out of 6. And then we also got a premium gold players pack. So that was kind of like the best packs you can get at a marquee matchups. But we just had a low market this morning. And I'm just wondering if we see the same trend happen today on the market on Friday. I think we have a trend until the full game comes out that you guys can potentially make coins in every day. So we'll talk about that a little bit in this video. We'll go over some of these team of the weeks. And I might even go through what I was trading with earlier today and what I was doing. But there's another video that's coming that shows you that specific method that I can talk to you guys more in depth about in that video. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later. This could be a long video, but this is going to be a good video for you guys to kind of listen to. So let's pull up Fuppin. I don't think I'm going to use any of my trial time right now. But let's talk about the price range updates. So that's the first thing that's kind of come about. Now, Renato Sanchez is still at 0, and it seems like EA has updated his price range from 15k to 27.5. I had a conversation with another trader, and I specifically said that, or this guy asked me, what do you think Renato goes to post-PR price range? And I said 30 to 35,000 coin card pretty easily. He was rumored to go to Liverpool over the summer. If he got that card, probably a 50 to 55k card because of the hype that this card gets and the links that he gets. He's a 4-star league on. Obviously, that's a popular league this year with Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Ramos. Any of the PSG team really is super hyped up right now. But he gets a lot of those links. So this card is still extinct. I wouldn't be shocked that if in the morning time when I'm waking up, this card is still extinct. This is one of those times where I believe last year we had a few cards that EA boosted their price ranges up to. They then went up to that price range and then went extinct again. This might be one of those cases with Renato, and it's why when you guys were asking me in the streams the last couple of days why I was confident in guys like Renato or Upamecano, because these are cards that have a lot of hype, they get really good links, and you know, Renato in particular I thought I was probably most confident in, and he's done well so far, so that's good. Lacroix actually went, and mind me the way that I'm pronouncing his name, I do it on purpose. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but I like to call him like that. He's 35k right now. They upped his price range up to 55k, and these price ranges were updated not too long ago either. What I will say about like Lacroix, Martial, who's 16.5k, which is, that's not too good right there, because he was 15k, or he was 16k extinct, and now his price range got moved up to 27.5. He's only 16.5k, so he's only up 500 coins. This is the type of card, and maybe even this card as well, that potentially could drop actually tomorrow morning, because most people right now, it's 10 p.m. at night. Most people are probably not on right now to see these price ranges getting updated. So what's going to happen is tomorrow morning, these guys are going to log into the game and they're going to see that Martial is on the market, and they're going to want to sell that card, right? Because I always go back to this point that people do not like holding cards. They never do. So they're more prone to sell the cards on the market. So I just be really careful with guys like Lacroix, Martial, and you just have to remember the amount of supply we've gotten this year. And like I said, I want to keep talking about that supply because I'm a little worried. Koundé's 25.7. I saw that card at 18k the other day, and I thought to myself, that's probably a decent price. This card should be a little bit more based on some of the other prices I've seen. Like if you look at like Militao's price, he's 49,000 coins. This card should be a little bit more if, you know, Militao's that price. And then other than that, Upamecano got a price range update. His update now is 27.5. He's now dropping though as well. So just be careful with these guys that got PR updates. It seems like Renato is the only one that is kind of on a nice trend upwards still. But these guys have a lot of hype early on, so we'll see what happens. Klosterman also got a price range update. But once again, he's still at 16.7. So just from my experience with the market, I've just seen these guys probably drop a little bit more tomorrow when most of the market knows that these guys have gotten their updates now and they're on the game. And if you take a look at the trend that we saw today where the market was low going into 6 p.m., that could also, you know, influence these guys' prices. So just be careful with that. We're seeing a lot of small, like lower prices this year compared to last year, especially with the lower rated meta. If you look at a guy like a Upamecano last year, he was 35,000 coins on the market. This year, he's 1/3 of that price. He's actually under 10,000 coins right now. I'm gonna make this case to you guys, and I'm gonna fall on the sword if it doesn't happen. I think you guys should probably get out of anything that is under 50,000 coins. Obviously, bar Renato Sanchez and is low rated. If they're low rated, 82, 83, and under, and they're going for a decent amount right now, I'm tempted to just tell you guys to take the cash. And the reason I say that is because I'm really scared about the preview packs every single day, the amount of supply that is coming onto this market. I have a sneaky feeling that these cards are just going to go a little bit lower each day. They're not really going to rise too much unless it's on a rebound later on the daytime from a time where they were dropping all day before that. So just be really careful with that. The markets that I'm confident in, the high rated meta, okay, the Varans, the Messis, the Neymars, the Mbappes, the Ronaldos, those are the type of cards that I'm really I'm confident in. I'm also confident in icons. Icons are really cheap right now, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Vinicius got like Team of the Week 1 informs, and actually let me tell you guys, by the way, they lowered Tony's price range down. He went down to 15,000 coins, it seems, and now he's back up to 18, but they lowered his PR down to 10.2. That's really interesting right there. I wonder if the price changes if somebody goes to relist. It probably doesn't. But they changed their PRs for some of these cards and the star prices. Because remember, this guy had a 18.5k star price, I believe. Now he's down to 10.2. We saw some really crazy drops on Salah today. He was 450, I believe, 470. He's now back up. He was 550 at his peak earlier today. Sar went up to 36.5. I expect him to continuously go up in price each day. Kimmich for me seems a little low still. And Vinicius for me, guys, has a similar trend to St. Maximin last year. Hyped up left wing, especially in real life right now, Vinicius is playing really, really well. If you take a look right here, Vinicius was about 230, or no, not Vinicius, Alan St. Maximin. And then he just continuously rose all the way until November. And everybody that I talked to about this Vinicius card has said that this guy is absolutely rapid. He's really good in the game. I'm going to try him out tomorrow on the second account, and I'll let you guys know how he is for me. But that, from what everyone is telling me, he's a really nice card. And we know what Team of the Week 1s do, right? They have the less supply of the year, or the least amount of supply of the year. And these cards usually rise a good amount because they just get really rare quickly. So that's Team of the Weeks. And like I said, going back to it, that's kind of the markets that I'm a little bit more confident in. Vinicius, I would keep like Salah, I would keep your Sar. I'd even keep Tony as well. I still think this is really cheap for a Premier League striker with the stats that he has. And he's got good finishing, he's got good composure, good agility and balance. I don't understand why this card is so cheap on the market right now. But Oh, and if you guys want to, if you want to like club stock Thiago Silva, Bono, you guys can. I wouldn't recommend you guys doing this unless you have a lot of coins. There's no reason to go and buy any of these discard Team of the Week cards unless you have a spare amount of coins you guys want to use for later on in the game. I have a couple questions asked about Caputo. Probably wouldn't invest in this either. He would be somewhat of a decent value already if people were using him. And Diaz right here was 16,000 coins with good stats in a non-top 5 league. So that kind of shows you that Caputo really isn't valued that much by anybody in this game, which is weird because he's got a 3-star, 4-star, but he's got really nice stats for a Serie A striker. Serie A has been undervalued a little bit this year, but we move on, right? Another part of the market that I want to talk about is the trend today, okay? So what happens today if we see the market drop going into 6 p.m.? If we don't really get any content, and I don't expect us to get that much content today, because I don't expect us to get much content at all until the full game comes out, because that would just be unfair to the people that are coming on the game October 1st. I expect the market to drop maybe a little bit earlier today, and if that does happen, it's going to be the same trend every single day then, because we don't have weekend league yet. People are playing their games every single day to get qualified into the qualifier, and they're using their trial points, or trial time. So if the market drops today going into 6 p.m., I want you guys to look around the market and find some of the just the biggest drop-offs you see on certain cards. So a couple cards that I shouted out on stream today that did really, really well. One card that we really did well on is this Upamecano. Okay, so now Upamecano was at a point today, and these guys fluctuate. He's back down a little bit, but I'm not going to touch him because overnight cards last night going into today didn't do well, so I'm not going to touch them. Okay, anybody that's asking me for an overnight investment, I won't recommend it because I saw what happened yesterday. I don't want you guys losing coins potentially. We need to figure out what the trend is over the next couple days before we start to really show you guys what to invest in or quick flip overnight. So if you take a look at this card, he was 66,000 coins at a peak yesterday. He drops all the way down to 47.5. Now in this hour right here, this is the hour we're talking about on stream. I said to the chat, he's down 18, 19k. That is too low. I kind of have a rule that if a card drops a significant amount, like in terms of percentage, I'm really interested. Now, I didn't have enough coins at the start here today, and I didn't have all my coins at all, but I recommended that if people can buy him at 45, 46, he can do really well. And later on that day, around 9 to 10 p.m. UK time, the market started to rise. And we talked about over the last couple of days, why does the market rise between the 9 and 10 p.m. hour? It's because everyone's done ripping open their packs, and the market is starting to find people leaving. People are going off the market, which means listings are drying up, but the demand is still there for these cards because they're still meta, of course. So players are rising because the lack of supply and the demand is still there. So he goes from 47,000 coins all the way up to 55k, and that's a nice amount of profit. If you buy him at 45, 46, you sell him at 55, it's about like 7k a card right there. That's really good. Another card we did well on today was this Marquinhos, another card that had just a crazy drop off earlier today. Now right now he's at 77,000 coins, but if you take a look at where he was earlier, he shot up earlier this morning. He went to 99,000 coins. He went all the way down to 69, back to 76. Now, this was an even easier trend to comment on because I saw he's already rebounded today. So that when he went back down to 69.5, I was like, hold on a second. There's no reason why this guy would be down this much. He's an 87 overall, PSG links. He's going to rebound. And what ended up happening, he went right back up to 78 to 79k. These are deals that you guys need to be picking up on tomorrow if we see something like this happen. Ben Yedder, on the smaller scale, was like this as well. Ben Yedder, and listen, on a smaller scale, right? So if you take a look at yesterday, he has 29,000 coins. He goes down to 24 here. He goes back to 26. But look at this. After Marquee Matchups comes out today, he goes down again to 24k. And I saw that, I was like, if I can get like a 22.5, 23, I could probably make some profit on that. He goes back up to 28,000 coins. He's now chilling at 25. Like I said earlier in the video though, I expect these cards that if the supply continues at this rate, it's not just the amount of packs that are being opened, it's the pack weight. We talked about this a little bit last year on some of these market watches. EA have been giving out pack luck like it's no tomorrow, and it seems like it's continuing going into FIFA 22 because I believe it's 7.8% for an 84 plus card. And for walkouts, I mean, I've been seeing walkouts all day. I've been seeing people that have never played FUT before get Ronaldos, Messi's, Neymar's, Mbappe's. One of my good friends just packed an Mbappe earlier today. The pack weight is ridiculous, and I'm not surprised by some of these prices being so low. So like I said earlier, I think the market that you could be okay with and just keep for now is probably the high tier cards, your Varans, your Neymars, your Mbappes, your Messis. The market I'm concerned with though is anything that's less than 50,000 coins and is low rated, because these are the cards that get supplied the most when it comes to any of these preview packs, any pack that they put in the SBC section every single day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next video is going to show you guys what I've been doing to make some coins. I'm currently at 175,000 coins right now liquid, as you can see right there. And then right here, we have this active squad. I still have my Lukaku. I still have Tony. I have Sar that I bought at 20,000 coins and a Firmino. So what do you got here? You got 35, 60, that's 95k. Another 18 to 20, that's 115, 125. I got 300k in my club right now. But that's if I sold them at their current prices. I still think Sar's got room to go up. Same with Tony. Hopefully Firmino goes up a little bit. Maybe not. And Lukaku goes up because this card's a beast in the game. So thanks for watching the video today. I really do appreciate it. Next video will be an SBC Solutions trading video, and you guys will really like that one. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.